Big Labor Day win at Casa del Gas.
Let's go!
What'd you think of that, Heartstopper?
How about those Argos? Never in doubt. Got him. Got him.
Oh, Labor Day. Can't beat it. Go Argos.
This season, she is alive.
We didn't hear no bell. We ain't dead yet. Go Argos.
This week, the Labor Day game does not disappoint, and Connor Sauve joins us to talk about his walk from BMO Field to Hamilton Stadium for CFL fans fight cancer. Crack those cold ones. It's the Argos Fancast. You can find us at Argos Fancast or anywhere you find your friendly neighborhood podcast. Just search Argos Fancast. We are a proud member of the Shotgun Sports Network. You can find them at shotgunsportsnetwork.ca. And they're also on YouTube as well, where you can watch us or watch us on Spotify as well. I am Clay Chisholm. You can find me at All Kinds of Clay. And joining us, as always, our resident historian from ArgoFans.com. He is our VP of Football Operations, Trustee Will Gertler, MBA.
Hi, everybody. You can check out the Twitter at ArgoFans or join www.argofans.com.
And Doug, once again, will not be joining us tonight. He's busy making some money. But you can find him at Sir Douglas 1873 on YouTube. And you can also find his group, the Double Blue Order. Just search Double Blue Order and on all the main social media machines. And you can find him exclusively on Blue Sky at Doug B519. And also there's merch at doubleblueorder.ca. Well, Will, my voice is probably about 95% back now.
A lot better than what it was when I saw you post game.
Yeah. Well, that it's always going to be like that. What? That was one hell of a game.
That was quite a bit on the heart.
Yeah, I think we're able to probably breathe at this point now. But yeah, it's been a while since I've seen a literal last second win by the Argos.
Yeah. I think as I said after the game, the finish was so befuddling or that the Ticat fans couldn't be mad about it.
No, well, I mean,
they'll just shrug their shoulders and like, okay.
Well, the guys in the row in front of us at one point within the last 3 minutes turned around and congratulated us for winning. And then we in turn said, obviously you haven't been watching most Argo games this year. They've lost with a lot less time on the clock. And then Hamilton went down and took the lead. And then we turned around and congratulated them. And then Toronto did what they did, and they just kind of turned around like, I guess it's your turn now.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the Argos were toast when Hamilton scored to put up 27-18. But credit Nick Arbuckle.
Yeah.
He led that team back. The defense tightened up a little bit. And Dejan Brissett.
Yeah.
Go down, man.
Yeah. Thankfully, he stepped out at the 3.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if he didn't step out, that would have been a touchdown. So,
but it would have been more dramatic.
No, no.
We just had to sit there and wait for another 2 minutes while they figured out what was going on before, you could go out and kick the game-winning field goal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of. I mean, Labor Day or the Labor Day weekend. Apart from the Calgary Edmonton game, the Saskatchewan Winnipeg game was a nail biter too.
Yep.
So we just had to up the
The
heart attack
ante.
factor. Well, let's take a look at where we are on the stats side of this, because it's it's a little different from what we're normally used to seeing.
I can't read that. Oh, that's better. Still,
Yeah.
I'm gonna squint.
So obviously all right, fine. I'll make it even bigger for you.
No, I can see it. That's good.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So what we can say is the Argos obviously won 35-33 off of a literal last second field goal by Liram Hajrullahu. Nick Arbuckle led the way, 33 of 40, 352 yards, and 3 touchdown passes.
Impressive.
Yeah. And
Continues to ball out.
yep. And we've found a running back. Spencer Brown, 10 carries, 90 yards.
And another 64 yards receiving too, and served as Nick's safety valve in a lot of the second
Yeah.
quarter there.
I mean, we targeted him 10 times, caught the ball 9 times, 64 yards, and 57 of those yards that he got were after the catch.
Yeah, which I mean that's running back.
So,
That's what it's going to be generally, but
yep. And we mentioned Dejan Brissett off the top, 3 catches, 86 yards, including that one 62-yarder right at the end of the game that
yeah,
could have been a little bit shorter, and we would have been okay with that. But he is honestly turning in this year into our clutch receiver.
yes,
You need some, like in the last 2 years it was you need something regardless of what kind of game he's had. DeVaris Daniels was that guy. Dejan Brissett has just grabbed that moniker, and he is your go-to guy at this point. You need something, Dejan Brissett is there catching the ball. Jake Herzler had another good day. 6 catches, 67 yards, and 2 touchdowns. We obviously mentioned Spencer Brown. Mackay Polk in his return to Double Blue. 6 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown. Kevin Medhall had 7 catches, 40 yards. Unger had 2 for 31. And Dorian Anderson had 1 target in there as well.
yeah.
On the defensive side of the ball, Benji Franklin led the way with 8 tackles.
Structuring a DB. The top of
Yeah,
that?
not exact. Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, like, and I'll mention this in a little bit, but they seem to ask a lot of Benji Franklin in this game.
Yeah.
Especially when Kenny Lawler showed up on his side, and he had to go, and Kenny Lawler was clearing out the flat, and Benji Franklin was half the time asked to, or maybe not asked, but had to come back down off Kenny Lawler to get the receiver that was running out there. Winton McManus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Winton McManus, who Mike Hogan on the broadcast declared is good at football. 5 catches, including a tackle for loss. Cam Judge, who's also one of those guys who is literally everywhere. 5 catches and a tackle for loss. Delonte Hood did 3 tackles. Sorry, yeah. Delonte Hood had 3 tackles. Willie Drew had 3 tackles. Derek Parrish. Yep. Derek Parrish, Tavares McFadden had a couple as well. Brandon Dozier, including, I believe that's a sack as well. Tavares
Yes,
McFadden had a pick, dropped it.
bumped it.
Yep. And then Andrew Chatfield, Demarcus Johnson, and Darius Bratton round out the stats for the double blue. Yeah, the crazy game all around. I mean, we did give up 400 yards passing to Bo Levi Mitchell.
Yeah, but
Um,
Hamilton didn't really run the ball. I didn't even realize this
no,
until Corey was complaining about it on Twitter that they only rushed for 25, 26 yards. I'm like, oh,
yeah, 25. Yeah, I'm looking at 25 yards, 8 rushes.
yeah. And I mean, Greg Bell's a good running back.
Yeah, he's he's in the top half of the running backs in the league
Yeah, and I mean,
this
I
year, and they
know like the Argos had a 15, like it wasn't a lead, I feel, such that um, you need to abandon the run. And I
no,
mean, I know that the Argos have I mean, I don't deny that the Argos secondary's had its, bad moments this year, but I mean look, I don't know, 33 points, we've said that a lot about the Argos this year, but
yeah,
33 points, you should win the
he
football
should win a
game.
football game. Yeah.
So anyone who's
Um,
trying to lay that on the feet of Bo Levi Mitchell
no,
is
I
our
mean,
view.
yeah, he had one interception, and they ended up getting the ball back on that same play.
Yeah,
405 yards. He had two receivers over 100 yards, and Keandre Smith was pushing 200 yards,
yeah.
171 off 7 catches. Kenny Lawler 123 and 2 touchdowns. Like, I don't think you could have asked any more of Bo Levi Mitchell.
No,
I don't think this loss is on him. I,
no.
it-
The loss
yeah,
is on the grace of God and the review booth.
yeah, yeah, pretty much. Um, let's get into the good, the bad, and the ugly. We haven't done this for a little while here.
I think we started
Um,
it, but yeah, yeah.
yeah. Eh, Good in this game.
Well, I think
Um,
the good is Nick Arbuckle. I
yeah,
mean, 33 of 40 for 352 yards, 3 touchdowns, and you know what? He had a rough third quarter. The Argos did not put up much yardage in that quarter, but credit to him in the fourth quarter, he came out and they were never down by double digits, but still, in that environment, on Labor Day in Hamilton, down 9 points in the fourth quarter, and you lead your team back.
yeah, and there were times where it like I know that lead wasn't like you said, wasn't double digits, but there are times where you kind of feel like, okay, well, this is how it's going to be. You know we're going to
It's
lose
about
this
Labor
one,
Day.
and just the way we've played most of the games this season. So
Yeah.
but then they kept coming back. They've been eh, the last couple games they've played really, really well,
Yeah.
as a whole. Whereas the first couple games of the season was a little bit on the, well, we can chalk up a loss at halftime for these guys kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean the defense. I don't think the defense played particularly well, but they did make again. They made some plays. They played well in the first half. The touchdown
Hmm.
Hamilton got was on the punt block,
Yep.
and they kept Hamilton. They limited them to field goals. Um, they did give Keandre Smith a lot of room on one of those couple of those catches.
Yeah.
Um, but the fact is that secondary is also introducing to Delonte Hood and Willie Drew, who first and second games in the CFL respectively.
Yep.
You're
You
bringing
know,
in some new guys, and against the team with with a strong passing game like Hamilton, you're going to give up your yards.
mhm, absolutely. My good for this game was I'm going back to Spencer Brown. He seems like he's just been been that little safety valve that Nick Arbuckle has been looking
Yeah,
for all season, and you know, the guy can run the ball. He's got a little bit more power than we've seen from our running backs this year, and the dude's got speed. The dude's got speed, and we're Argos made a flurry of moves, and traded for a few guys here and there, and neg list players and all this, and then all of a sudden Spencer Brown shows up, and he seems to be the guy,
yeah.
at least the guy
Two,
right
two,
now.
two good performances. I think his blocking in the backfield looks to be, fine, and
Yep.
can catch out of the backfield. So, what more do you
hmm
want out of a CFL running
No,
back?
that's exactly what you want in a CFL back. Um, it- Bad in this, I want to put this on the zone coverage or the combination coverage that the Argos were playing. Um, a lot of times when I was looking back on it, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, but a lot of times I noticed when Kenny Lawler was lining up on the weak side, Benji Franklin was almost playing one on one most times with him.
Right?
But at that same time, there was a lot of those where Kenny Lawler was running deep and clearing out that whole side, and then you had Keandre Smith coming across and taking the
Yeah,
pass in the flat there, and that's where he was getting a ton of yards. And Benji was coming back to make that play. So whether there was some kind of a scheme breakdown, I don't know, or somebody was, or it wasn't exactly what it was supposed to be. Um,
Lawler didn't really become an impact player in the game until I think Willie Drew was, looked to be caught in coverage on a lot of those
yep.
receptions.
Yeah, and for the first bunch of the game, he was used as almost a okay, clear out this side, clear out that side kind of guy.
And it worked for
Because
Andre Smith
yeah,
greatly.
yeah, and you saw these passes where Keandre Smith looked like he didn't have anybody within 20 yards of him, and so obviously you're gonna rack up yards right there. So that was one thing that drove me a little nuts in seeing. And I think that's something that the Argos can work on in the bye week and hopefully figure out so we don't
Yeah.
see that in future games.
I mean, yeah, as much as, Labor Day's an emotional win, we're still 4-8 and gotta bear down and
Yeah, as much as we look like
keep
we
it
could
up.
be world beaters, we're not yet. What was your bad for the game, Will?
I mean, we kind of already been through it. I mean,
Yeah,
still not love to give up 400 yards of pass passing offense, even if you held the other team at 25.
yeah.
I mean,
Okay, well then let's jump to ugly here.
I think the ugly's got to be that punt block.
Yeah,
I think, yeah, I don't know what happened. I think one of the gunners that just ran downfield and then, but
yeah. It was almost like I almost think they pulled a stunt on there.
yeah,
And the guy didn't get picked up because he wasn't untouched right to the ball. So
right. And then, I mean, at that point in the game, could have been, it was a bit of a momentum changer to a degree.
Yeah.
Just be able to carry the play throughout, the next quarter and a bit.
Yep. Um,
And just, I mean,
okay. It looks like Connor's
special
just.
teams mistakes. Pardon?
Oh, it just looks like Connor just having some technical difficulties. He was in. I was about to tell him we'll bring him on in a couple of minutes, but yeah,
Oh,
he's logged back out and he's going to log back in.
yeah. I mean, look, special teams has been a problem spot this year. Um, fortunately, this time it didn't bite them in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully. Yeah, and I think the other one that we haven't seen much this year is the return game hasn't been the greatest so
No,
far.
I thought Grant had a decent game.
Yeah, Grant had a decent game. Herslow back there provided some in some of the returns, provided some good spark there. So um, looks like they're trying to figure some stuff out. The blocking didn't look as bad as it has, but I think there are the biggest thing that we've had issues with has been our coverage. Return coverage and now that the punt coverage is rearing a little bit here.
Yeah, I think they actually did a decent job on punt coverage this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Hamilton's punt returner and all the four returns for 34 yards.
Hold on a second here. Okay. Yeah, it's yeah, we've had gotten better. Um, so it's
Gotten better, but still a lot of work to go.
yeah. Yeah. And
I know,
you
I
know
know, Corey. Yes, Corey, we are talking about being sulky after the game because he was salty.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
needed a Snickers bar.
Yeah, and then he was fine. I mean, for him to sit with Argo fans for the entire game,
Huh?
that was probably a I think he did pretty well, and
I sat
being
with Ticat fans,
yeah,
so
well, yeah.
yeah.
But the other nice thing that happened on uh, the Labor Day weekend was the second annual walk from BMO Field to Hamilton Stadium, and we're just going to add in Connor Sauve,
But the
who
Walkers,
was one of the walkers on that journey to benefit CFL fans fight cancer. Connor, welcome to the Argos Fancast.
you're like,
Oh,
uh,
looks like we're having some mic problems there.
well, his walk was so um burdensome that he's turned sideways.
Okay, we're gonna just
Boy, this is,
hide you there for a minute, Connor, and we'll try and figure this out here.
so let's keep the camera farther from us.
Yeah. Well, we'll try and get Connor in a second here. Try
Hey,
it again here.
he looked exhausted. Well,
All
he's
right,
still,
Connor, can you hear us? For whatever reason, why is it not letting us to hear Connor?
I don't know.
It's-
Hi,
we
Connor.
we know he's here.
He's waving.
He's waving. He did a nice walk all the way to BMO, and um, you know what? I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. So some I
I was
can't
thinking if you just get them on audio, maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't even know how to do that. Just audio here, because it's the audio that's not working for whatever reason.
Well, he's also sideways.
Oh, he's sideways for
Now he's
you.
right.
He's
Oh,
not
now
sideways. Now he's upside down. Well, you know what? We'll try and get you out of here, and then we'll get you trying back in. Hopefully, see if that works here.
boy.
One more try at it. No, it looks like we're. Oh wait, let's see. Hold on a second here. Okay, let's try again. Dang it! No, it's not gonna work. All right. Well, Connor, we'll have to figure out a way to record this afterwards. Okay. We'll let you go, and we'll figure out another way to get you on here. Okay.
That was
All right.
Connor
Well,
Sauve.
we tried.
Tried.
Unfortunately, some technical difficulties are just not letting us work this right now. So we'll get him back on here at some point in the future. But what they did was Connor and Dallas Bergen, Argo fans, second year in a row, they decided to make the walk from BMO Field to Hamilton Stadium, 65 kilometers, and they broke it up into 4 days, doing 20 kilometers a day, with the final 5K sprint the morning of the game. And they along the way they stopped and had meetups with fans, players,
Pinball.
the pinball. Murphy did the final jog with them to the tailgate, and so they and this year they were joined by two other CFL fans, Nick Small, an Argo fan, and I absolutely know I'm going to butcher this name. So I'm just going to give me a second here to pull up.
Rick Boccaccio.
Yes, Rick Boccaccio.
I probably
Um,
fucking it too, but whatever. You
yeah,
just have to
who's
go for it.
who's a Ticats fan, and I believe they I can't remember what the amount what they raised. It was somewhere. It was they intended to raise. Their goal was 5,000, and they were over that. I believe when all was said and done, I believe it was somewhere around 7,000. Was it?
Oh, we could have asked, but
Yeah. Well, that was going to be one of the questions. And I mean, last year when they decided to start this, Sauve had just come off ankle surgery too.
oh,
So it wasn't like it was a an easy task for him. But all the funds they raised go to the CFL Fans Fight Cancer Initiative, and it's one of those things that they both all of them had a bucket that they were taking money in, and people could scan it to donate. So if you see any of those CFL Fans Fight Cancer buckets around at any game, donate, scan, or just go to look up CFL Fans Fight Cancer and donate there. But it was a great initiative started with by these guys, and I have a feeling it's probably going to just start attracting more and more people over the years if they keep doing this.
well, respectfully, it will not attract me.
I did throw my hat in the ring to join them next year. We'll see how that plays out, but it definitely be an interesting thing, and sounds like they had a lot of fun doing it too.
Yeah.
So, And that they said, you don't have to walk. You don't even have to walk the whole thing. Just come out and come up, walk with us for a few blocks or a little bit or a kilometer, or whatever.
Oh no,
But
you're doing the whole thing. You're doing
I
the whole
think, yeah, yeah. I've now said it here. I have to do it now. Um, I do want to do it. So
or at
that's,
least the elliptical.
yeah. It's out there in the ether. It's recorded. I can't go back on my word now.
No.
So, barring a fantastical injury, I will join them
Which,
next year.
to you that does.
Yes, I have had some fantastical injuries in the past, so that is a possibility. But knock on wood, I haven't had one of those in about just over 5 years now. So
Was it you did to yourself last time?
that was the bicycle accident where I broke my collarbone, shoulder blade, and 7 ribs.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was not the funnest way to get 6 weeks off of work.
Yeah, we didn't record for
Um,
a while, did we?
no, I was I was unable
Yeah,
to be quite honest. It was bad. Ended up in uh, got to ride in the ambulance twice.
yeah.
They rushed me down to Hamilton Trauma. Um, and
Rough
yeah,
trauma
and
being in Hamilton.
spent a couple days in hospital there before they let me out. Um, yeah, it was something I never want to do again. Yeah, but the one thing though that probably saved me in that, yeah, it was there's a lot of trauma to me, but when I looked at my helmet afterwards, it looked like it had been ripped open like a can opener, and it hadn't ripped down right to my head. So my that probably saved me
From further
from
damage.
something much worse, which you know
Yeah.
could have been horrible. But yeah, so barring one of those, um, I'm going to join them next year and help out with that. So since we weren't able to have Connor on here, and we probably would have had him sit in and do picks and fantasy. We should get to that in a little bit, but it's now after Labor Day, so we now have the I don't know what you got. It's the prognostication era of this CFL season. Um, so we start talking about the awards and probabilities to make the Grey Cup. Um, so the probability to make the Grey Cup has put the Argos now somehow in the 4th most likely spot to make the Grey Cup.
If that happens and they win somehow, some way, the rest of the league is just going to despise the living daylights out of them.
Yeah, 100% right now. Yeah, it's a odds to make the playoffs. We're in at about 57%.
Really?
Yep. Odds to host a playoff game were at 42%.
Yeah, it's like 3 out of 7.
Yep. Odds to win the East were the lowest at 5%. Odds to appear in the 112th Grey Cup. Toronto at 19.14%.
Very precise.
Hamilton right now is the odds on favorite to appear in there at 55.12%.
Well,
Then
that won't
Calgary, then Calgary, then Saskatchewan, then Toronto.
do.
Edmonton has a 1.33% chance of making it in. They're at the bottom.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yes, there's still a chance. They haven't
Okay.
been officially eliminated yet. Odds to win the Grey Cup, slightly further. We are at a 5.21% chance of winning. So we're not zero.
Not 0.
And odds, we are sitting in third and fourth for the most likely Grey Cup matchups, with a Calgary Toronto at 9.93% and Saskatchewan Toronto at 7.74%.
I like our odds against both.
Yeah. Now the other thing that's coming up is the awards. Is now we've got more than half the season in the books, and a couple Argos names have been started to surface in some of the awards, or the awards probables.
Cam Judge.
Cam Judge definitely for or both for Canadian and Defensive Player of the Year. I think I was reading Marshall Ferguson's article, and he doesn't have a fumble recovery, but he's got at least one notch in every other stat category for a defender this year.
Well, against the Elks, they'll need to change that then.
Yep. And then the other guy who's getting a little bit of a buzz all of a sudden is Nick Arbuckle. Right now, they're pitting him up against Bo Levi Mitchell and Trevor Harris for most outstanding player. Now, for those people who are going to want to go, well, he wasn't. This is for the most outstanding player season, like it.
Not the most
The
valuable
best season,
player.
and no, because we moved away from that several years ago.
Long time ago. It's been the most
Yep.
outstanding player for.
Yeah, I can't remember when it was last was MVP.
I don't think that would have been MVP.
Yeah. But yeah, Nick Arbuckle is leading the league in passing and second in the league in touchdown passes. And
Yeah.
so he deserves to be talked about in that realm, because he's I think Trevor Harris has completion percentage on him, and Bo Levi Mitchell has touchdowns on him. And he trails both of them with in the interception category.
Yeah,
because he did throw a few of those at the beginning of the season. Hasn't thrown many lately. But yeah, so if the voting were to go today, would you put Nick Arbuckle down on your ballot if you had a vote?
Probably not.
No.
Still give it to the guy down in the QEW.
Yeah. I
can't ignore the fact their record's still better than ours.
I know. And if we were to put the moniker on Nick Arbuckle in the same vein last year, where Bo Levi Mitchell led all quarterbacks in most passing categories last year, and didn't get named most outstanding player. So that
last thing they picked the winner, like it's not.
Yeah. So if we didn't throw some support down the QEW, we would have to go back on last year and say he deserved to be the most outstanding player, even though their record stunk. So now the only wrench that's going to come into that is something that was released the other day by our injured quarterback, Chad Kelly, who
Oh boy.
yeah, I had to mention it. Okay, he released a comeback video stating that he was coming back September 13th.
Whatever floats his boat.
Um,
Who knows if what he thinks is aligned with what the Argos think? I
yeah,
forget it's not.
uh, yeah, and then Dinwiddie's got to make the decision on if what he says is true. He's got to make the decision on whose quarterback is. Does he stay with the hot hand in Nick Arbuckle? Because
Yeah.
I don't think you can take him out at this point.
No, there's a little margin for error. Arbuckle's been playing very well. It's not his fault the defense and special teams have been not great most of the year. You know,
Yeah,
Arbuckle's got them back in the playoff race. I give the ball to Nick Arbuckle.
yeah,
He's a better human being and playing great football.
yeah. I mean, you did the skill pieces that or that Chad Kelly possesses that Nick Arbuckle doesn't. I think he's managed to work with the tools he has. He doesn't have the massive arm that Chad Kelly does. You know,
No,
but they've managed to work with his ability, and it's. I mean, he's got what, like, six 300-yard games in a row, something like that.
yeah,
Um, so you can't argue with what he's been doing. Leading the league in passing, doing everything that they need him to do and more. I think everybody wanted him to be the game manager. I think he's surpassed that at this point. But yeah, that's something that we're going to have to figure out in the bye week, whether or not we have a quarterback
if
controversy.
it's indeed true.
Yeah.
I mean, the Argos haven't said anything.
No, and I don't expect them to say
No, they're
anything
not going to say
until
anything until next week.
yeah, and then we'll see who's
Yeah,
taking first team reps.
yeah.
And with the injury that Chad Kelly has, it's one of those ones where they say it's a mental hurdle for the quarterback to get over because it's on that plant foot. And if he's not fully ready yet mentally, doesn't matter how physically ready he is, he's not going to be there. And I think that's going to be that's going to be a judgment call. And I think you said, we can't take the ball away from Nick Arbuckle.
No.
So Chad Kelly's got to come along slowly, sit as a backup, get some reps in there, in practice.
And you know what? If one falters, you
Yep.
have that option.
Yep. Yeah. So now with that, let's get to
Picks.
picks and fantasy here.
The picks first.
Yeah. We'll do the picks. I don't have the odds up in front of me here, but
Are we doing the coin
we'll
of
just go.
destiny for Doug, or did he?
I have no picks for Doug, so yes, we will be doing the coin of destiny. Let's see what coin I have for him today. Let's give him. I've got him a loony here.
Okay, that works.
So we got a Looney. So the what year is this here? It is a 2022 Looney.
Okay.
The Loon will be the home team, and Queen Elizabeth will be the away team.
Okay.
So we will start in Ottawa,
Ottawa,
BC.
where I am
Yeah,
going.
yeah. BC's coming into town on Friday to play the Red Blacks, and they are favored in this one. I don't think Ottawa had a spurt where they look like they could be something. I don't think they're anything anymore. So I'm going BC in this one.
Which team is better if they win?
Um, for us, it's going to be BC.
Uh, okay.
Although,
No, not really, because BC
well,
would do it. So,
yeah, then you've got to worry about the crossover. So basically, both teams need to implode.
a tie. Each
All
team only
right,
gets 1 point.
all right. And Doug, why do I always drop this damn coin? Okay,
Oh,
so I don't know if anybody can see that. That's the Loon. So he is taking Ottawa in this one.
okay. Brave soul that he is.
Then we go over to our first triple header of the season on Saturday.
Hmm.
Start off 1:00 in Montreal. The Ticats, who are favored, are going in to play the Alouettes. I don't. I don't see the Owls winning this one because I don't know if Alexander's going to be back or not.
I don't think so, because Ischios is still hurt.
Okay,
So you
well,
got that Captain Morgan guy, and
yeah,
I don't think they'll beat the Tiger Cats, unfortunately.
no. So I'm going to go with Montreal is going to lose this game. I'm not going to say
Hmm.
Hamilton. The other thing, Doug is
Ballinger.
going. Yep, is going to pick whether Montreal is going to win or lose. So
Oh dear.
okay, once again the Loon. So he thinks Montreal is going to win. I hope
Well,
he's right.
well, if he were here, he
Yeah,
would be against them.
he would pick Montreal no matter what.
Yeah. Well.
Um, but yeah, so the Looney just confirmed that.
Yeah.
Then we go 4:00. We've got the Banjo Bowl, Saskatchewan in Winnipeg. Right now, Winnipeg is a slight favorite.
And they're gonna win.
Saskatchewan hasn't lost to anybody but Calgary, so I
Yeah. So
don't see why they
Winnipeg's gonna
start
win
now.
anyways.
Well, you're Winnipeg. I'm picking Saskatchewan. Let's
Well,
see
of course
where.
you are.
Yep. Okay. Heads. He's taking Saskatchewan too.
I think he's wrong.
And then we've got the other half of the Battle of Alberta, where Calgary goes north to take on the Edmonton Elks.
Did you almost say?
I almost did. I did not. I almost did. I
No,
almost
but
had
you
to
almost
put.
did.
Yeah, I almost had to put this loony in the swear jar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was dead wrong last week. Edmonton did not look good. But for the hell of it, I'm picking Edmonton.
Calgary by 3 touchdowns.
That probably seems more likely. And
Yeah.
Doug is taking heads. So he's taking Calgary as well.
Okay.
Now, fantasy. There's no Argos to put in here this week.
Oh, You could
So
you put Argos in, you just wouldn't get any points.
no. So yeah,
Everybody's
you're
still like ridiculously expensive.
you can't. It's almost impossible to field the whole team right now.
Well, like
I mean, you have no choice, but you
you have to.
um there's some there's some sleeper picks that CFL.ca put out. I looked at them like there's no way in hell any of these are worth it this week. Um so I'm yeah, looking at this, I mean, what you're either going to take Montreal's quarterback or Captain Morgan or Mr. Fajardo in Edmonton, because otherwise you're not going to be able to afford any other players. To roll some dice and pick a handful of receivers from, okay, give me Shamar Bridges in Hamilton and and Tommy Neal out of Saskatchewan.
Yeah,
Eh,
no.
if I do that, then I'm picking, I'm going, okay, Brady Oliveira is my running back, and I probably have to figure out somebody that we're like, who else are you picking?
I don't know. Remember, my secret this year has not been telling anybody when picking on the bench because it's no
Yep.
longer the world. It's no longer the world's worst fantasy advice, people.
No, for some reason we keep winning.
Well, you keep winning.
I keep winning in our head to head matchup with the other.
I'm in third in the CFL Vans Fight Cancel League.
Damn. I'm not that well in that league, but in our head-to-head CFL podcast league, it doesn't seem to matter what I do. I don't have the greatest the most points by any stretch, but whoever I play just seems to do just a little bit worse than us. So whatever we're doing, it's working. But yeah, figure out where you're going to take the value, because you're going to have to take somebody low on the totem pole in one of your spots. Yeah, I think that pretty much does it for this Fancast. Will, we're on the bye week this week, so maybe we bring back the Ask Me Anything. I'm sure Doug might be up for that for next week.
The internet crept out.
Just in time for me to tell you that the show is almost done.
If you'll plug this in. Anyway, so.
Yeah, but we can bring back the Ask Me Anything since we're on a bye week.
We didn't do that, so
we haven't done that for a while. So
no.
We'll bring it back for next week, and we'll see where we are from there. And with that, since we got no Doug, we got no 3-minute warning. We've got a nice right here. God, this right there. Will's a black screen right now, trying to plug in his computer. So I'll let you know where you can find all of us. You can find me at All Kinds of Clay on the various social media machines. You can find Doug at Sir Douglas 1873 on YouTube, and check out his shorts and Upon Sober review there. You can also find him on Blue Sky at DougB519. You can find the Double Order at just search Double Blue Order or doubleorder.ca and buy some t-shirts. Will, you can find him at Argo Fans and or at argofans.com. Sign up and join the message board. And you can find the Argos Fancast at Argos Fancast, or anywhere you find your friendly neighborhood podcast. Just search Argos Fancast. that does it for this week. We'll talk to you next week when, we're going to field your questions. We don't have an Argos win. Maybe we'll win the bye week. That's what we'll do. Yeah. We'll talk to you next week for the Argos Fancast Ask Me Anything.
Kicks it through the uprights. The flag will go against Hamilton for trying to block.